It's day 29 of our 40 days of prayer. We have a couple of days left where we're praying for God to help us to rebuild our sense of mission before we shift our focus to praying for specific things in EACF. But when I think of mission, I think of one question that we really need to answer still, and that's the question of why. Why should I spend time sharing the gospel with other people? Why should I get uncomfortable, even uproot my family to go and spend time in the mission field? Why would I do these things? You know, when I read Romans 1, if you're following the 2-year Bible reading plan, that's where we are in the New Testament, it seems to say that people are incurring wrath because of the decisions that they make. They've exchanged the truth of God for a lie. They've chosen to worship created things instead of the Creator. So why should I try to insert myself into that situation? I mean, after all, they have the testimony, they see the revelation, they know that there's a God. And even over the past year, I'm sure some of you have gotten really frustrated trying to have conversations with people, and it seems like people are stuck believing falsehoods rather than being open to the truth, even being humble about what all that means. And so we're like, okay, look, I'm just going to throw up my hands and say, look, you're on your own on this. You've made your choices. I've said what I'm supposed to say. Now, of course, if it's children that are doing that, then we think, oh, we still need to persist. But when it comes to adults, it's either, okay, I've done my part. I'm comfortable, and this person is doing their thing. Why, why should I love them more than I love myself at this point? And if that's the question, then yeah, we're always going to have a hard time answering that question. But I'm so thankful for the way Jesus actually answers the question, what's the most important commandment? He says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And then he says, love your neighbor as yourself is the second one that's like it. So when it comes to mission, it's not a question of do I love them more than I love myself. It's a question of do I love God first? And if the answer to that is yes, then I've learned to die to myself. And then the question of why becomes easier to answer. It's because I love God. That's why I engage in the mission. It's because I love God. And I love God more than I love myself. Because He's loved me. And because of that, I can love other people. So let's pray for that. Pray for the heart of the mission to come from our love for God because of His love for us. Don't forget to pray for a couple other people, and I'll see you tomorrow.